You better stop! My ass! My ass! You run my goddamn checkpoint, I'll fucking shoot you! Get out of my damn car!
What?
Dick, mister!
In Iraq today, various attacks killed several Iraqis and foreign workers and wounded.
4 U.S. soldiers died in Iraq today. One was killed by a roadside bomb. Another died in a traffic accident.
To kill and maim U.S. soldiers here. There were 2 deadly ambushes today, one just west of Baghdad.
One U.S. soldier was killed when his truck hit a landmine near the Syrian border. Another died in an ambush last night south of Baghdad.
Don't seem to be slowing the number of attacks, and they certainly haven't made Iraqis feel much safer. Today, here in downtown Baghdad, there was a daylight shootout just
south of Baghdad. 3 more U.S. soldiers killed. Today's deaths bring to 519 the number of U.S. military personnel killed in Iraq since the war began. In Baghdad today, authorities...
By any measure, the occupation of Iraq has not gone as well as our national leaders had led us to expect that it would. Fatalities continue to mount, deployments have been extended, costs are rising, and morale is declining, as more and more Americans, both outside and inside of the military, begin to question both the reasons for going to war and the clarity of the plans for democracy building in Iraq. Also, to what extent could these problems have been foreseen, and how long might we expect for this to go on? Lastly, what does it mean for the families of the soldiers to have loved ones in peril, uncertain of their return? To answer this last question, California Representative Maxine Waters convened an afternoon of testimony before Congress this past September, providing the first real opportunity for some of these family members to speak their minds to their elected representatives.
Our loved ones took an oath to defend country and Constitution from all enemies, foreign and domestic, but there is a commitment that our government makes to our troops, that it will not send our young men and women in uniform into reckless misadventures that put them at risk needlessly. This is the part of the bargain that has been broken here.
I'm the parent of a 20-year-old active duty soldier in Ramadi. I'm also myself retired from an Army career that spanned from 1970 to 1996, predominantly in special operations. I was in 8 conflict areas, from Vietnam in 1970 to Haiti in 1994, and I am neither a pacifist nor a liberal.
Hi everyone, this is my husband, Mike Robinson, First Lieutenant Mike Robinson. I received a call from CBS News this morning at 7:45 asking me how I felt about reservist and National Guard tours being extended to 12 months. What? I screamed as I jumped out of bed. Yes, I was informed. The policy was issued by the Army late Friday evening and was never announced, not even when our Commander-in-Chief addressed this nation on Sunday evening. Thanks again, Department of the Army and President Bush, for showing soldiers and their families exactly how much our sacrifice means to you. I salute your efforts to support our troops.
This administration has thrown our loved ones and the Iraqi people together in a dance of death in which they are surrendering their lives, their health, their mental stability, and pieces of their very humanity.
Protests and demonstrations occur daily throughout Iraq over a variety of issues. Unemployment in Basra, the appointment of a former Ba'athist to a government job in Baghdad, and, most often, a simple and deep-felt antipathy towards foreign occupation. While it is encouraging to see that Iraqis are now free to voice their dissent, the level of anger directed towards occupation forces is a disturbing sign that the U.S. military may be in for a long and messy mission. All of this is especially painful and often infuriating for those who remain at home, the families of these soldiers. More and more, however, many of them are organizing, and they are beginning to do something about it.
We are part of a group called Military Families Speak Out. We were formed in November of 2002 with 2 families. We now have over 1,000 families across the country who are joining us, who have relatives in the military and who are speaking out against this war.